Hi, I'm Gigi.
And I'm Jeff.
Thanks for joining us again. For those of you who are new to our channel, we are living simply in Sicily because we do live there. We did live there more longer periods than we are right now, but we still live there, and we just wanted to share the tips that we have learned over the 5-6 years of us going back and forth that we can help you to do the transition. Today we're going to talk about getting accommodations to go back to return to Sicily.
Always a challenge.
It is. It's one of the reasons why we've wondered, should we just buy a place there? Because we do go back every year. We spend either 6 months, sometimes longer, depending on what we want to do. So it makes sense to have an inexpensive place there and a place to park our car, so forth. But we haven't gotten that all worked out yet. We're trying.
The place to park our car seems to be worked out.
Yes.
Small fee, we keep it there.
Yes. You can do anything with money.
Yes.
We managed to get a dual citizenship with me and Jeff, a carta di soggiorno, which is a 5-year visa. We have to go back also because his visa is going to be due to renew, so that has to be done. An interesting fact about getting your visa is you can't just make an appointment, or call and make an appointment, or online make an appointment. You have to actually go to the questura, the police,
In person,
wait in line to get an appointment to
do what you could do while you were standing there.
Yeah. So this is how these things work there.
Yes.
And so you just have to go with it. If you get stressed out about any of those things, living in Sicily will be way more challenging, and you may not be able to, endure it.
Well, that's one of the things we learned right off the bat is it's not because you're from another country that this particular chain of events takes place. Everyone, including lifelong residents of Italy and Sicily, experience the same bureaucracy, if you will, or the same process. Yeah. And everyone goes through it. So we learned very early on you can't change things, and there's no point in trying, and you're just burning up your energy, and
it's just frustrating.
Yeah, and frustrating yourself over something you have no control over. So here's the best thing that we can say about it is, when in Rome, do as the Romans do.
Yeah. So basically, you just have to prepare mentally that you're going to be in line, and this is all that you're going to be able to accomplish for the day. And then just leave it at that. And then just go get a wine or a gelato or something.
Let's move on to the next thing.
That's how it goes. So these are some of the stumbling blocks that you can have if you allow it to. They are trying. I just read about a new thing that they're trying to get all your documents online. It's an acronym like that, but I'll look up more information on that. And it's a way for you to get like your marriage certificate and these things online. It's brand new. They're trying to implement it. They're trying to bring Italy up to, other standards, but it takes time. Everything takes time.
But there's always changes. And what may have been the case the last time you were there has changed somewhat.
Yes.
And they're doing things a little differently. And more than likely, all of it is done, the changes are made to make things better.
Yeah.
It's in a positive way to,
Yeah.
We're creatures of habit as humans. We don't like change, period, no matter what it is. So.
Well, I like change.
Well,
I get bored. Same
but
thing.
we get used to certain things and doing things a certain way, and,
I guess.
and we're comfortable with that.
Yeah.
So you do venture out of your comfort zone a little bit, but in most cases, it's for the good. It's for the better.
That's true. So one of the things that we do have a video, and I'll link it right above. And what it is called the Seaside Chat #1. And it shows the 3 places that we have rented previously. And then there's another one, I think it's Mount Etna. I'll leave that one link as well. That shows you more of when we were in San Pietro. What was it again?
San Pietro Clarenza.
I don't know why.
It's a tongue twister.
I have trouble with that one.
Yes.
And then we have being in Aci Castello, and Aci Trezza, and Aci Reale. So anyway, we like the Acis, and so we tend to rent there, and we did find a place to rent.
Yes.
But it's summertime, increases in price. So it's way more than what we hoped to spend, but right now everything is super high, and apparently it's the same there. And so we know we want to go back, and this is what you have to do. So we're going to probably be on the lookout for a place to buy this year.
Yes.
Yeah. So that we can just have a place to go back and forth to. But like I said, it's a real challenge to do things. Basically, there are 5 ways you can do it. The Airbnb, but you have to put in long-term rental. When you put in long-term rental, they adjust the price because you're there longer, and the price comes down.
And seasonally things change. Bear that in mind. September through May, you're going to find better rates, especially November through March or something. I mean, those winter months there, most of these places, they stay empty. They only have activity in them in the warmer summer months.
Yeah,
so
especially Sicily.
If you want to go off season, that's the cheapest time. Obviously, the cheapest time to go. Pretty much the case with anything anywhere.
Yeah.
But we found that there seems to be a bit of a change because of the COVID in the general renting area of apartments and houses and such. Now, we're renting a place kind of on the water this year, and there's a reason that's not normal for us because those are the more expensive places. Yeah. But we're celebrating our 45th wedding anniversary, so we're going to splurge a little bit on ourselves.
Actually, 2 years we didn't get to celebrate, so we're kind of
we were stuck in COVID and just really didn't have a good opportunity to.
Yeah.
We went out for a meal, that kind of thing, but we really didn't have a good opportunity to. So this year we're going to stay a little bit longer, and we're going to stay on the water.
Yeah. Yeah, because if you're there in the summer,
yes,
and sometimes in these rentals, first of all, it's Airbnb, Verbo, Casa IT, Immobiliare,
and you could go on Subito, which is kind of like a Craigslist.
And whatever it says, like for instance, I'll use Airbnb because that's how we did it this year. You want to search for long-term rental, 1. Then you want to contact the host to see if they will lower the price, because sometimes they're thinking long term, maybe a month, but like if we're there for 6 or 7 months, then it's an added help to them to have it a longer period, so they may come down on the price. So when you rent a place, the floors are different. Maybe you can explain that.
Well, ours starts here. 1 is the ground floor, 2 is the second story, 3 is the third story, and so forth.
Okay. So
there it's 0, 1, 2, and so on and so forth.
Right.
So that may seem simple now that I've said it, but you can really get confused over what. And if you can avoid it, try to get something on the top floor or something that has no one above you.
Yes.
It just saves that the incidental kid running around upstairs or something like that, or whatever, some extraneous noise that you may be bothered by. We don't know. I mean, we've had that happen to us.
We have.
And you live with it, but you know, if you don't have to live with it to begin with, then don't put yourself in that position. So
so that is important.
Yes.
The side noise, if it's connected like a side and you have the whole, little story there, the ground first and second or whatever, you're not good. It's good. It's really, really easy. But if you have people on top of you,
that's the worst.
It's bad. For some reason, the floor ceiling thing doesn't have
good sound deadening or that kind of thing.
So be aware of that when you do rent. You should make a list of your needs. What do you need? Like we have a car, so we need secure parking. And if you're in Italy, you need secure parking. Street parking is dangerous unless you have a rental car that has insurance on it, and just get the full insurance on it and you'll be worth it, because anything that happens and you will get a ding and people will crash into you. We've had that happen to us. That's okay. But if you have your own car, get secure parking. For us, we don't like noise above us, so we try to get a terrace so that we're up there. The other thing that we need is air conditioning in the summer. Because we're just used to air conditioning. Some people can get away with it. We know what we can.
And look very carefully when they say air conditioning, because sometimes it's just one air conditioner in one bedroom.
Yes.
Not the entire house.
Yes. Read that.
And a lot of times it'll be maybe one bedroom has the AC and maybe the kitchen dining room area. That you can live with. That's pretty accommodating as far as, having cool air goes. But sometimes it's not the whole apartment. It'll just have one. And if you're not in that room in July or August when the humidity's through the roof and it's hot, then you're going to wish you had it.
Yeah. We're trying to help. So we'll do it in stages. So for now, we'll leave you with that. Number one, accommodations, long-term. Make sure you know what floor you're on. Make sure you know what you need in order to search for it. We find Airbnb to be the most accommodating because if there's a problem, and we have had them, you can get reimbursed. Where others, you're not always. And unless you're going to live there, it's harder to do that 3 and 3 that we talked a little bit about, because if you're only going short term, I don't really see a benefit to that. Also, if you can do a shorter stay, if you're going to be there for a while, check out. Maybe you're not going to like it. If you only want to rent it for a month, just to see if this is where you really want to be. We know where we want to be because we've been in different parts of Sicily, so that's not a problem for us, but it might be for you. You might think you want to be in Catania, and then you're there and you find it's too crazy or hectic for you, and you want to be closer to the mountain. So, these are all things that you can adjust if you just be honest with yourself, know what your needs are, and then apply that, to your search.
And do a little bit of research, because you'll find that, for instance, in Catania in August, they celebrate the Santa Agata, and every commune, every village has different saints that they celebrate and all that kind of thing. And they're usually not long-term affairs. However, that Santa Agata celebration is a week long, and it's the 3rd biggest holiday in Europe.
Yes, and
thousands of people flock to Catania.
You will not be able, unless you want to do that for a week.
They close roads, and it'll really be an inconvenience if you get stuck in that. So just keep that in mind when you're looking at a place. Just check for what local holidays they may be and the length of them and so forth.
And August is usually shut down for the month. That's when all the Italians take their vacations.
Yes. Yeah.
And so if you're going to only be there in August, there are a lot of things that are not going to be open.
You can actually go to a business that's normally open, and you'll find a little sign on the door that'll tell you they're on vacation for 2 or 3 weeks, or a month for that matter.
Yes.
And they'll see you in September, basically. And it's like, oh, now where do I go?
Right. So if that's your time of going on vacation, go September or July. You'll just be disappointed.
You can work around those things. It's just a matter of knowing, what you need to do. And if you know it ahead of time, it's much more easy and far less aggravating and frustrating. You know.
So we're here to try to help guide you, and we hope that we've helped you a little bit today, and we'll continue to talk about all the things that we're doing. We did get a place. We will be staying in Accommodations again. That was our favorite so far. And we are so excited because we have good friends that are going to stay where we were, right down the road.
They're going to be right down the street from us.
So
and they're from Australia.
Yes, yeah. So we're really looking forward to seeing them and seeing all of our friends back in Accommodations.
There'll be some great videos coming up this next year.
Yeah. And we are going to plan on taking a long trip all the way down the hill, up around Puglia, searching out where my grandparents lived on both sides. We are going to have some exciting trips. Yes. And another big news is we got a drone, because we want you to be able to see things from above. We were hoping that you guys would tell all your friends and share the video so we could make enough money to pay for the drone, but we didn't quite get there yet. Yeah. So we'll give you the gift and hope that you enjoy it, because we're going to have to learn how to use it.
Yeah, she's decided that I'm going to be the pilot. And, I'm electronically challenged. I've said that in other videos.
You're mechanical, so I figured you can fly the thing.
Maybe.
So,
true.
Anyway, we're going to try.
We'll give it a try, yeah.
And we should have some good video on us learning to figure out the drone. That should be some funny stuff.
Hey, how do you look? It's just stuck in the high tension wires.
Yeah. So anyway, we hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe. Please check out the other videos. I'll leave as many links as I can. They'll be on the top. And then at the end, you'll see a subscribe and another video that you can watch. And so the Seaside Chat 1 is one that shows our accommodations. So if that's what you're interested in, look there. And then another one about when we were in
San Pietro Clarenza.
Yeah, we have that video too. I don't know why I can't do it. Mamma mia. Anyway, so we hope you enjoyed, and we hope that you tune in for next week where we'll have tip number 3. So, ciao for now. We hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe. Please share our videos so that we can get more people watching and being able to help you out in learning how to navigate living in Sicily, living in Italy as an expat, and keep the frustration down and be able to learn from our mistakes. Ciao for now.
Ciao, ciao.